Let me go in. Oh man. Let's go. All right. Welcome back to another episode of NFL Talk on Frank's Unsolicited Advice, and I'm joined again by the team Bree and June. How y'all guys doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. June, what's up, bro?
Hey, blessed as always. Happy to be here.
I know, right? It's awesome. It's awesome. It's great. I look forward to this, man. Like, if I'm being honest, I really look forward to this. It's like my highlight of my week. It's, everybody says highlight should be when you wake up. Yeah, that's part of it. But this right here is what keeps it going. So we on live. I'm on live on Facebook. I'm on live on IG. And we opened it up for people. I put it out on my Facebook. I know, and I tagged you guys on it. So it should have been on your page as well. So if anybody wants to call in, let us know. Send a message. We can send you the Zoom link. I know my boy Dwell's going to join us later. He had a topic he wanted to talk about. And I don't know. Let's go. I don't have my notes up from the chat. Anybody got them?
I do.
All right. So what's some of the stuff that we wrote that we was going to talk about until somebody gets on?
So the first thing we're going to talk about is Carson Wentz to Indy.
Okay.
In exchange for a 2021 third round pick and a conditional 2022 second round pick that can turn into a first.
All right, so
June, you want to talk about it?
Let's go. Let June go.
I'm excited for the move just because it feels like the off season is, it's just starting. Hey, it's time to make moves. I don't want to wait to the last minute. Let's start planning ahead and move on. The man or the organization just wasn't clicking. So it's the Hurts era. However, I'm just excited. I'm praying that he does well. I pray for everybody to do great. I need that guy to play at least 75% of the season so we could turn those picks into first round draft picks,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm okay with it. I think if we don't, then we lose this trade, in the trade. But if he does well and he plays out the way he's supposed to be, that's just something that's gonna play out.
So, hey, I got to do something real quick. Don't judge me. Mom, I love you from here to the moon and back and all the galaxies. She asked me down IG. Like, she's putting me on blast. And nobody at work better clown me tomorrow either. But nah, go ahead, bro. My bad.
That was so adorable.
Oh, yeah, it was nice. He love you, Mom.
She's on IG sending me messages like this. But yeah, bro. For me, I think it's good for Wentz. A fresh start. The Colts were already a playoff team with Rivers, an older quarterback, right? The Colts have a good offensive line. They have a very good defense. They have decent running backs. And I think the receiving core isn't too bad. Could they improve it? They can always improve it. But I think if Wentz shows up with the rookie season Wentz that he had, or that season that they won the Super Bowl before he got injured, that team can elevate. Me personally, and this is maybe a reach, and I know a lot of people out there might not agree with me, but I feel like the AFC is very open for grabs. The Bucks showed how to beat them. You know what I'm saying? It is to get the pressure. If you get a good front seven defense, you might, like, even the 49ers kind of had a good push into the last 6 minutes of the Super Bowl the year before. So I'm excited to see Wentz do it, a fresh start. But if you bust, my man, it's time for you to not stop crying. You know what I mean? Don't cry no more. Oh, they benched me. No, if you bust, you bust. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? My mom said, I love you all, just to let you know. I saw it at the peripheral.
Tell mom I want to visit her. I'm close.
She could hear you. So what about you, Bree? What do you feel?
I'm just like super duper excited for Jalen Hurts to get the opportunity to be the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
But I do wish Wentz well and a great success in Indy.
I think he's back.
He's keeping it short and
right. He's back with his old offensive coordinator
with his coach. He's back with his coach.
That's it. That made him who he was. That won the first 2 seasons.
Hey, that question you asked.
Yeah, you're correct.
You want to save it for the your segment?
Mm-hmm.
About the jersey?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, we'll leave it for the segment. All right, cool. What else we got up on there?
We have. Do you think some players get slept on because of their race?
Okay, so I put that up there, and I'm gonna explain why I put that up there. So,
Okay.
I watch YouTube while I'm getting ready. This guy must not know that I'm recording my podcast. Hold on. Hey, Craig, I'm recording my podcast right now, bro.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna call you back when I'm done.
All right.
That's how we do on this podcast. There's no editing. We just go raw and uncut. It is what it is. You hear the dogs barking, the kids.
It sounds so much better when it's raw and uncut.
Exactly. We don't play that fake stuff here. So anyway, so like I was saying, they had Chris Carter. I'm a big Chris Carter fan. When Chris Carter left, first things first, I stopped watching it. I felt there was nobody to really check the big nose John B. wannabe Nick Wright. And he had an episode, he had a take on an interview, and he said that the reason that Scotty Miller was open on the Green Bay game right before the half and he caught the touchdown is because he was white. Like they slept on him because he was a white wide receiver. He was saying like if that was another wide receiver, they say an AB or anybody else, they would have protected it. They would have covered. Maybe the corner or the safety would have never slept on him. So that's why I wrote that question. Do you think that some players are slept on because of race and the position they play? Oh, my boy's logging in. What do you think?
Whatever.
I don't want to say the wrong thing on here.
No, I mean, it's unsolicited advice and our opinion, you know?
Yeah. I feel like some players do get slept on because of their race. But also like I just dropped you guys.
Hey, everybody, real quick. This is my man Dwell. We grew up together. South Bronx, Brook Ave, like the hat says. He got on Sunday. He had some good takes, so I told him to get on. Hey, Dwell, real quick. Bree was getting ready to explain her opinion on a comment that Chris Carter said. Chris Carter said that the reason Scotty Miller was open in the Green Bay game before the half ended was because they slept on him because he was a white wide receiver. And my question is, do you think some players get slept on because of race? So she's going to answer. I'll let you think about it for a little bit, and I'll let you go after they both go. All right, go ahead.
So I do think that, but I also think a lot of stuff, like race plays a big part in a lot of things that goes on when it comes to the NFL. And the prime example is that, I forgot what team he was on. The dude that just beat up his girlfriend, like almost to death.
From Seahawks.
From the Seahawks. And it was just like, if that was a black football player, he would have got destroyed through the media. And the only thing we heard NFL, like from NFL or from the team is, we're going to give him all the help that he needs so he can recover from this. And we are so sorry and our condolences to the family of the girl. And I was reading that like, so I feel like race plays a big part in a lot of things when it comes to the NFL. White players or white wide receivers do get overlooked sometimes because, you know, like a African-American male athlete has better speed and better jumps and all that stuff. And then on the aspect of like criminal or anything, like NFL players get on TMZ for getting stopped by the police for doing 5 over the speed limit. But we didn't see like nothing in TMZ about this guy who almost beat his girlfriend to death. And then when she woke up, he was like, "Oh, you're not dead yet?"
You know, that's interesting about TMZ, but that's a whole nother conversation because I saw a take. What about you, June?
I think it's 50-50, you know, and why I say that is because do most tight ends get recognition if they're white, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Do most the most running backs get recognition because, you know, African American or black or whatnot? I think so, right? And then, you know, I think now with the quarterbacks, you know, it's a big round turn. They're more mobile, they're more athletic, so to speak. So I think it plays on the position. I think, you know, just to talk about what Bree was saying based on different issues that happen with the players off the field. Yeah, I think that's a complete different topic, so to speak. I'm gonna go there. But when it comes to playing in the league, I guess it all falls into position, in my opinion.
All right. I'm gonna tell you that I think it does happen. I don't necessarily think that it's always about race. I think it's the player itself. But I do believe that yes, at times they'd be like, "Oh, that dude can't run as fast as Tyreek Hill, so you know what? We ain't gonna worry about him." And then you get bit for a touchdown, and you're like, "Oh my God, what happened? I should have been there." I think to a certain extent there is some kind of I'm gonna say man, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a prejudice, not a racism, not like they sleep, like they sleeping on you because of what they think you are. You know, Scotty Miller's speed is there. They should have known that all season. He broke people off like 20, 30-yard catches. But that's
so basically stereotyping.
yes, there you go, stereotyping, my girl. But Dwell, what's up, bro? What you got?
First and foremost, apologies for being late. I was actually talking to your mom on the phone.
Oh,
So that's the reason why I actually got on late. If you know what's going on with my pops, he has his days are numbered. So with that said, I'd like to give a toast to him. Today is actually World Bartenders Day. Today is World Bartenders Day. So salute to your favorite drink.
so real quick, man, I'm not gonna do your pops like that. Dwell's being modest. So his dad's not doing too good. He's like he said, his days are numbered, and it's on Facebook. It's certain things that we share. And when we start talking about people that did stuff for the community and Staples and what they've done, people don't realize that Billy, his dad, taught many, many children in the South Bronx at St. Luke's how to do martial arts taekwondo for many, many years.
Yeah, he took a lot of kids off the streets. Absolutely.
And gave him something to do. And not only that, he was a role model. You know, growing up in the South Bronx in poverty-stricken neighborhoods in 138 and Brook Ave, you didn't have many families with both parents in the household. And if you did,
You're lucky.
you were lucky. And there was drug addiction in some, alcoholism in others, and abuse. And we were very fortunate that in our households, that wasn't the case. So before I take my shot, I'm going to give the man his flowers. I know he's not on this, but to you, my brother, love and respect for your dad. And I hope that when that time comes, he doesn't suffer anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I'll be
salute, salute to that.
Yeah. So now you go ahead.
So I think it's about recognition of name and not of color when it comes to the NFL. I think if you look at wide receivers like Cooper Kupp, who killed it last year, but was like in 2 to 3 man coverage the whole damn year. They wouldn't let him live for nothing because they know he is like Tyreek Hill, a cheetah. If he catches the ball in open field, I mean, I think Cooper Kupp in open field will break more ankles than Tyreek Hill, me personally. And I think his recognition came from the prior year as a wide receiver, not as a white wide receiver. That you know they didn't sleep on him, so now they know to cover Cooper Kupp. I think the same thing came with Amendola. I think the same thing came with some of the other wide receivers of Caucasian. That it was all depending on who they were as their name compared to their color. Now Jay hit it on the head. There is a sensationalism about Hispanic African males in the news in general. We live in a society that our greatest sin is that prejudice, that stereotyping, as you guys are talking about. Mm-hmm. So we live in that nation. We live in that world. How much more sensationalized are serial killers compared to other things? They're making all the documentaries now. Not that many Black and Hispanics, right? But you think about that, and like she's saying is, but also too now, I have to give credit to the media. Now, if a Black or Hispanic person dies, it's big news. We have to figure out who killed the Black guy because Black lives matter. And it's not that all lives matter because until Black lives matter, all lives can't matter. We have to take care of what it is. But there is that sensationalism of when a Black man does something that is a big figure compared to that. I think if in the news, if Jay-Z and Eminem, probably one of the two biggest in the sense of a racial thing, right? You think about a top Black artist compared to a top white artist in industry. If they each killed someone, who would you say would be in the news first?
Jay-Z. Hands down. There's no.
But why is that? Why is that? I mean, both have made millions. Both have made are seen, you know, in the top 20 hip hop artists of all time. They're in that. They get to the penthouse with the same key. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get to go to that same echelon, that penthouse of top hip hop artists of all time. But if they get to go to the same house and one of them does something at the same time, who do you think it's? And you guys, I agree with you. Jay-Z would. But why is that? And it could be because of the sin that America has to hold on to themselves. I grew up, if you're not black or Hispanic, and this is I guess in the sense of racism in the Bronx, that if you hit the court and a white kid gets on, he's gonna get picked last. It's just what it is. I'm not gonna, and if I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong. I'm not racist. I have friends that are black, gay, white, purple, green. I don't care. But at the end of the day, we have to call a spade a spade. Where I came from, if you hit the court and
The
you
white
say,
boy gets picked last.
yeah, what it is.
Bro.
I think Spike's Lee movie, White Men Can't Jump, really showed that, right? Because they slept them on that first part of that game. They slept them, but they knew each other. They were hustling it out because they knew what it is. And I agree with you. I mean, there's still some extent of that. I think there is still an extent of that white men can't jump in the sports industry that we can't look at. What's the Serbian's kid name from Dallas? Not Jokic. He's like again, we would call him a white version of LeBron, right?
I wish I could look it.
Luka
Doncic. Yeah, Luka Doncic. Thank you, Jay, for coming through. So again, same thing, right? Luka is LeBron James. I mean, did you guys see his winning shot last night?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I went to the Pistons Magic game last night. I'm a huge Pistons fan. We beat the Magic, which is cool. I mean, we're trash as an overall team. And then, you know, we were looking at the other games that were going on the screens as you come out the stadium. Man, if you guys watch Sports Center from yesterday, review it, watch that Luka. Luka took over the game and won the game on the last second.
I'm pretty sure it's on ESPN highlights on the app. I'm gonna look at it.
It has to be. It has to be. Anyway, with that said, again, same thing, right? We have this wonderful sport, basketball, that we've loved for many years, and it's had. I mean, the white people from Larry Bird, right? The Michael Jordans, and even like the Germans, like Nowitzki. So again, we have that, right? But when you're picking 5-on-5 and you're making your team, when you think about it, right? The black athlete looks bigger, looks stronger, looks meaner.
Yeah, it's more intimidating.
And that's the power, right? And black, as a movie, Black Panther taught us that there's a beauty and a power behind that, in that movie. But that's also seen in sports.
Yeah.
So again, it all depends. Again, how you grew up or where you grew up. I guarantee you that the people in Indiana maybe have seen the opposite. Where, hey, we pick all the white kids and the black kid gets picked out last. I don't know that. I didn't raise in Indiana, so I'd love to hear that concept from someone in Indiana, I guess.
Yeah,
But
well,
I will say this, and there's right and there's wrong about it. But I think in football, because unlike baseball. In baseball, there's some of the home jerseys you don't even wear the name. Like you'll never see a name on a Yankees jersey because it's about the team, right? In basketball and football, the name overlaps the color.
That's interesting.
And then, and again, it's all based on how we represent ourselves, right? I think the wonderful thing about the basketball at the end of the last season that was shortened was that there weren't that many names in the jersey. It was about a message. Right. And I saw a unified NBA compared to black and white anymore, but it could be the whole concept of the name. But with that said, I think in some sports, and I'd say basketball and football, the name supersedes the color. What happens is that kid in Green Bay, he got open. No one really knew his name. He was not a household name. He's not Cooper Kupp. He's not Tyreek Hill. And I think sometimes we have to recognize that when we look at team sports, beyond what Bree was saying in the news when it comes to what they do, because we just said it. Doesn't matter what genre you look at. I went from sports to hip hop, and it was the same thing. The black man is more sensationalist on the news than the white guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that has based off the country we live in.
So my friend Nikki, she's in the Navy. She's down south. She said right, and she's giving you claps. She's clapping you up.
That's good. That's good. But look, I love this concept. I love this topic. I know we touched it briefly on the other podcast that you were doing, when we were talking about that slave mentality ownership in the NFL. But yeah, that if you're asking my opinion on, I agree with you. If it was a black guy who did that to his wife, or his girlfriend, or whatever, it is easier to smear the black name compared than it is the white name.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey, Jacoby, man, what's up? Thank you for joining. I know you're.
Hi, Conway.
What's going on? What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
So let me turn this on. What's going on, family?
I remember him. What up? Man? What's good?
What's going on? Just tuning in, just joining in with y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, my man Strong's on the live. What's up, Ken? What's going on, baby?
What's up, brother?
Nothing much.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. They can hear you too. It's all on the soundboard, bro. This is all connected.
Right on, man. I can't be long because I actually have a football referee meeting. It's gonna start here today.
All right, so
8 minutes.
You want to give your 2 cents on it real quick?
Hey, let me listen. I need to know what's going on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, hey, Jacoby, what's up, man? You want to add anything in there, or you good with it?
I'm good. I'm good for now, man. I'm like I said, I'm just tuning in with y'all for a little while. I'm actually setting up to record my podcast too right after this though. So Bree told me that she told y'all I was a Texans fan, so we could chop it up about that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here.
Let's talk about it. So okay, perfect. Dwell, last Sunday I got on live, man, to try something new, and my man was driving. He gets on, and he brought up the topic about the basketball players like Griffin and other ones getting sat because they're looking to try to trade them, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he brought it over to the Deshaun Watson side of the house. So I'm gonna let Dwell bring up the topic again to take, and then discuss it. Even though we discussed it on Sunday, but it's more of us now. And I'm trying to do something different in this podcast. We're actually talking about stuff that we haven't talked about before. We were hitting
For sure.
that we haven't. So it's I'll pass over you.
So Frankie, it's a great segue to what we were talking about, Jacoby. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, bro.
I definitely make sure that I'll get the podcast from you so I can listen to yours as well. But we were talking about how easy it was, right? Watts and on the same team as
Watts, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, JJ Watt.
No, not Deshaun Watson. JJ Watts.
Mhm.
JJ Watts, same team as Deshaun Watson, right?
Uh-huh.
So this white man comes in the office and says, "Hey, I want to be released. Blessings, you can go wherever you want."
Right.
Deshaun Watson, a black man, he's asking the same thing: either release me or trade me. Well, hold on, we can't let you go. And what I was saying is that there's a slave owner mentality for the football owners, and that is a pure version of it. And I hate to call it what it is, but what wasn't that Deshaun Watson asking for that JJ Watts was asking for, but JJ Watts got it. And who's a bigger impact in Houston? And that's JJ Watt.
Fresh off answer, the cliche answer would be, you know what I'm saying, JJ got more, it was easier for JJ because JJ's a veteran, you know what I'm saying? Deshaun is on what, year 3?
Yeah,
three now, and he sat for year 2, you know what I'm saying? And then, he was amazing year 1, sat down year 2. No, he sat down year 1. He was amazing for the first part of the season. Sat down, then came back, was amazing year 2. This year the whole team was terrible. You know what I'm saying? So for him to being a fan on the fan side of it, for him to just give it up that quick, to be like, man, I'm done with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with y'all. It's like it kind of sucks, but at the same time, with JJ been there for the first year they went to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? JJ was there winning defensive player of the year time and time again. He was there, when the hurricanes and everything came and he showed love for the city. So I think it was more so of he earned that opportunity to just go ahead and be like, man, you know, this ain't what I want no more. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you, my answer to him was this: JJ is almost past his prime.
Right.
He's been hurt. Watson is not. He's young. They know that's what they have. Last year, the team wasn't great, and he put up 4,800 yards.
Mm-hmm.
JJ hasn't been a 3-time defensive player of the year in I don't know how many years since he's been getting hurt and stuff like that. And I get it. It's a team effort. So sometimes you give it your all, but really, do you give it your all because you know I can go out here and get 20 sacks, but we still going to be in last. So I'm not going to kill myself to do it. I think the team was willing to cut bait with him out of respect for him, for what he's done for the team and for the city. But I also feel they knew, listen, I could shop him around. Nobody's going to give me a first-round pick for him. Nobody's going to give me a second. I might get a fifth. You know what I'm saying? So let him go.
Hey,
You can definitely gamble a little bit more with Deshaun. I like what you said about the first round pick and the second round pick. You can definitely, like I say, hold it down. And what are you really gonna give me for this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people could get sacks, people can rush the passer, you can find that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody gonna be a little bit faster or a little bit bigger or a little bit slower than that. You know what I mean? But as far as the precision that Deshaun Watson got, you know, a quarterback gonna carry your team. You know what I mean?
So June, Bree, y'all want to chime in?
Yeah, no, I agree. Shoot, with everyone has some good points in here. I
But
think
for
I think it falls right back on the impact. Who has the bigger impact? What you said, Frank. You know, the veteran, the draft pick, and then what Jacoby said, the what you're gonna get at the end of the day. You know, so I think I agree with everyone here. I mean, it's some solid opinions so far.
very solid opinions, very, very solid opinions. And
Now-
then right before you joined on, Jacoby, we had asked, do players in the NFL get looked over due to their race? So do you have an opinion on that?
Do players get looked over as far as like
Playing like wise, like
Like-
a white wide receiver
Yeah, the
won't
example.
get as much catches as a black wide receiver.
The take was that Chris Carter said that the reason Scotty Miller was open at the end of the first half in the Green Bay game to catch the touchdown was because he basically was slept on because he was white.
right. It really goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Because they show love to, you know what I'm saying, the black receivers or the black running backs, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when Christian McCaffrey first came in, they was like a white running back. Like, but you know what I'm saying? But then on the same team, you know, you got love is being shown to the white quarterbacks, you know. So it's more so, yeah, race plays a factor. Race plays a factor in everything we do. It's sad to say, but it's just the nature of the country. It's just how we were raised, how we were built as a nation. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be black and white in everything. But you know, as a kid, we would always hear, you know, when it was in sports, whether it was school or anything, we would always hear you got to be twice as good. You got to be twice as good and work twice as hard to get what they can get. You know, white players or white people, stuff like that. Like my guy was saying earlier, you know, with basketball, you had Larry Bird and you had all the white guys, but then when Magic and all them came, they like, oh, it's something different. Or they even use it against what's her name? Simone Biles in the Olympics. You know, they like, oh, she has talents better than everybody else, so we're gonna penalize her. But it's not necessarily about the penalty or being looked over. You know what I mean? It's just that mentality that we have to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Because you got guys like Travis Kelce. You know, Travis is he get love. You know what I mean? Gronk get love. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, you got to be, when it comes to sports, it sucks to say, you know what I'm saying, the white guy got to step it up just a little bit more, as opposed to everything else in the real world where we have to be, you know, walk on eggshells just a little bit. You know what I mean?
You know, I will say this. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous to touch this topic, you know, what I'm saying? Because I'm still in. You know what I'm saying? Me, Bree, June. I don't know if you're still in, but by your hair and your beard.
No, sir.
And
no, sir.
We still,
no, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I work with everybody. And you know, the funny thing about it is anybody that's ever served That this is like the shop talk. You know what I'm saying? When there's a bunch of us in there, whether it's white, black, Hispanic, whatever, we going back and we talking about it. And you know, sometimes people might get mad, but the point is that through the conversation, you become educated to know better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think you, my brother here, said a lot of stuff that we really don't say, but we think it is. Growing up, we are taught certain things because they know we have to grow. We have to fight more. We have to have the better education. But the flip side to that, and this is something I learned when I joined the Navy, 23 years ago, was that poor white people get told the same thing because they get discriminated by they.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said something about Eminem and Jay-Z earlier, right? And what I thought about was, Jay would get publicized 100% because he's a billionaire. He eats with Warren Buffett. He hangs out with Bill Gates. Him and Barack are dope.
Right.
Dude just, he pisses gold and shits out platinum. Let's just be honest.
Jay-Z.
He goes on TV, says, I sold crack. And what you going to do? Nothing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's what he is. But Eminem, on the other hand, he's the guy, like you said, from across the railroads, the trash, the trailer park trash.
Right.
And so before I joined the Navy, I didn't know trailer park was, you know what I'm saying, like projects for them. And my man Dwell could tell you, bro, growing up, we didn't see Caucasian people in Brook Ave or Preston when my parents had the house. The teachers was there. The teachers leave, and when you saw you pull up in the car, you was copping something. You wasn't there to hang out. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the projects, and I mean, look, I might lose some friends and some followers, but I don't care. At the end of the day, it is what this is my truth. You know what I'm saying? This is what I seen.
Right.
So it is a little different. I think people do get slept on because, like he said, you get the white boy in the court, you're thinking, oh man, he can only shoot 3-pointers. He can't lay it up. And then he cross you up and take it to the hole, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like
then you want to show him a little bit more
it's
respect.
a lot worse, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. But what's the next take, Bree? What's the next one we got?
We have,
BC.
Should Cam Newton engage with teenagers at a football camp?
So I don't know. Did y'all see that?
I saw the video.
Do you see the take on that? So I laughed, right? My daughter's gonna give me a drink. You come in the camera.
I think what he said was a little interesting, right? Because he kept saying back, I'm rich, right?
Yeah,
but I'm rich.
You got to say when the kid said you're a free agent. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shoot,
I mean, but here's what I say, and this is my take, and y'all can feed off of it. I don't feel like he should have engaged. That's
Right.
just you 100%. Are one of 9 players to win an NFL MVP and a Heisman Trophy winner. One of 9. In the 100 years of the NFL, you are one of 9 players to win both. You won a championship in college. You went to the Super Bowl in the NFL. You might have choked. I get it, but you went. I'm not engaging with you. And I'm going to tell you, since we on the topic of race and a lot of it's publicized more when we do it. Oh, look how childish she is. Oh, I'm rich. Or this, or that. No, negative, neat. So it's like, to me, it's like, why engage, bro? You're Cam Newton. It's your camp. It's your camp. It's your
Remember, like, he paid to be there.
He's there because you have a camp. The kid apologized later. I do respect Cam for saying, where's your dad? Like Bus talking to you, me and your dad need to have this conversation. Thank you, babe. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. I'll leave it up to you guys now. Y'all could go ahead.
Oh, and then speaking on the subject of Cam Newton, of course, they were asking him about should he retire? And he said, hell no, I cannot go out like that. I hear that all. He says, I hear all of that talk. My pride will not allow me to do that. There aren't 32 guys better than me. What do you think about that?
I like his confidence, I mean, Muhammad Ali said it best, you got to act like a champion to be a champion. So, and Cam Newton, I mean, he got to feel that way. I think if you're in any position in any sport, you got to think you're the best to go out there and to perform like it. I think he has a little bit more to prove. I mean, I like Cam. I think he was in a crazy situation. We spoke about it a few times on the podcast so far. I don't think he should have engaged with those teenagers. I think I don't know. He might have been in his feelings that day. Who knows?
Yeah, it could have been like a bad day and that just like set it off to begin with.
So you,
Well,
100%.
if you
no,
take criticism out your hats, like, come on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but on the retirement, I don't think Cam Newton should retire. And I would like to see him back in New England. Is that going to happen? I don't know, but he wants to return and stay in New England. So Frank, you are a Patriots fan. Would you like to see Cam Newton return back to New England?
Yes, with receivers. I would love to see. Remember, the Panthers did him dirty. Somebody wants to log in to talk about the whole engagement thing. So when they get in, we're gonna go back to it. But
For
and
sure.
it dwells.
I don't mean to cut
OBJ?
you off, bro, but I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I gotta get ready to record.
Thank you.
Locally famous,
Conway.
man. I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely
And
check me
anytime
out.
you get on, bro. Just you get with Bree. hit me.
Yes,
We do it, man. We sharing is caring, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course. Of
Hey,
course. So, like I
can
say,
he,
I got
can he
some
plug
sports
his
stuff.
right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
What's your podcast?
Jacoby, plug it in. Let me hear it because I'm writing it
For
down.
sure, man. It's the Locally Famous podcast, man. It's on all media, all digital podcast platforms. Y'all can check it out. I drop episodes on Mondays and Wednesdays. So definitely, man, I enjoyed it here. I'll definitely be reaching out to y'all to have y'all on my show too. Like I say, each one reach one, man. So thank y'all. I appreciate it.
I like that.
Thank
All right.
you.
Hey,
Give it up.
brother, stay blessed.
So where's Akinyemi at? She said Nikki said she's gonna get on. All right. So who? She said she's getting on. She said on this. Don't be interrupting a joint, yo. The wife over here, bro. Come say, look, come say hi. Since you came over here ready, come say hi. Come over here.
It's still her birthday month.
Yeah, it's still her birthday month. Look, Bree's on your side.
I appreciate it.
Come say hi.
Thank you, Queen.
Look at
Hi.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Let's go.
So, what was the question again? Because that just threw me off completely. I'm lost.
The question was, you were in the middle of talking. I asked you, would you like to see Cam Newton back? You said yes with wide receivers, and then
Okay.
you went to say that Carolina did him dirty.
They did do him dirty. They waited to release him until it was too late for somebody to pick him up. Now, speaking about that, I read a thing on ESPN that they said the Patriots have tried actively to get Wentz. They try to get Stafford, that they've been on the market trying to get one of these quarterbacks, but the asking price was too high, right? So with that being said, to answer your question, would I like to see Cam back? Yes, I would like to see Cam back. I think Cam, with the right instruction, the right OTAs, the right training camp, a decent preseason, he will be able to adjust. But the problem with New England is that they can have a top 10 defense, but your receivers are still in the bottom last of separation. You don't have no playmakers. So what do you want this man to do? You have an aging Edelman. You have an aging James White. You have an aging Rex Burkhead. You don't have a tight end, you know? So what are you going to do? Brady was successful there because you had an O-line to protect and you had a system that worked. If you look at what he did in the Bucs, it was a system that worked. He adjusted. They protected him. The defense stepped up. They won a Super Bowl. I think if you get Cam that, Julio Jones maybe a Odell Beckham, and you bring him out and give him protection, he has a strong arm, and he admitted that after COVID, he wasn't the same person no more. He wasn't. He felt.
And we've seen that. We've seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So can I throw a monkey wrench here?
Yeah,
Frank?
go ahead, throw it in, bro.
Would you tell the Patriots to go get Dak Prescott?
Yeah,
Yeah. I would.
you want me to answer why?
I'm just saying, I love the Cam Newton love. Going back to the original topic about Cam Newton, I think Cam Newton should have talked. These kids need to be shown respect. These kids are losing respect. Let me talk to your dad is the grown man talk.
Yeah,
So just go back to what he said. Should he? That's exactly. I don't think Cam Newton said anything else more than "Let me talk to your dad." So he should have engaged.
He said, "Let
He
me
should have.
that."
Yeah. He should engage that young man because at the end of the day, Cam Newton is an older gentleman, right? It's a young man talking to an older gentleman about you ass. If that's the if I'm remembering the what he was telling Cam, you ass, you a free agent. Why would you be comfortable talking to in my world again? We'll go back to where we're from. It doesn't matter. And even in martial arts, could you imagine a white belt, young kid who hasn't even made it to the next belt, right? Because these kids are young.
Yeah.
Telling my father he's ass, there would have been some teeth on the floor.
Now, to be clear, since we're gonna give your father his flowers, what belt was your father? Where was the level of your dad when he reached it before he stopped teaching Taekwondo?
Don't quote me on this because I stepped out that martial arts game for a long time, but I want to say he was a 7th degree grandmaster. Just got you know. So while his time is ticking as we speak, I'm actually flying out to New York tomorrow. Just give you a heads up.
That's what's up.
And he had, I think, 26 black belts from around the world come visit him today. So he's again, we're gonna give flowers. We're definitely giving him that one. But at the end of the day, let's go back to what I was saying. Is I think Cam Newton did the right thing. I think Cam Newton didn't overstep his boundary and talking to the little kid and say, "Hey, you know what? You talking to me? Let me speak to your father."
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what he said. Let's have this grown man talk because I'm a grown man and you little kid tell me I'm ass. So that's that. With that said, you would trade Cam Newton in a heartbeat for Dak Prescott. You lying sack of shit. I'm gonna call you out right now. You would take a lot of other quarterbacks besides Cam Newton, besides wide receiver, even before wide receivers. So don't tell me about the wide receiver thing.
No. So here's
what I'm saying is right now, if they said we'll trade Cam Newton for Dak Prescott, because you know Dak Prescott's going through history in Dallas, you would take him in a heartbeat. Hell with wide receivers. Give me Dak Prescott before you give me Cam Newton.
Here's the deal. You know why I said the wide receivers, man? You could bring anybody in there. They're going to struggle without the wide receivers.
Granted, I think that the running game needs to be upped as well besides the wide receiver. So I agree with you.
True.
But
True.
but in the sense of Cam Newton, you would upgrade. Cam Newton is over the hill, guys. He's taking a lot of hits.
I mean,
at the end of the day, is he workable in an offense? Absolutely. But I'm sorry, Cam Newton has some wide open wide receivers and was missing them like crazy.
So here's the deal. Let me ask you a question, right? And Belichick got, as a defense coordinator, he has 2 rings with the Giants, your team, right? Your team. I see it in the background. I think there's, in my opinion, there is Vince Lombardi. That's number 1. And then there's Bill Belichick. That's me. Like, I could watch the Vince Lombardi documentary and almost cry at the end when this man dies because he didn't get a colonoscopy, whatever. I can't even say it right now because I get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because Vince was that man, bro. And he went to Fordham University in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think Bill as a GM needs to step aside, bro. Somebody said, can they draft can they go draft a wide receiver? Bill hasn't got a wide receiver that was worth a damn in the draft since my man that won Super Bowl MVP, Branch.
So so Bill Belichick is a mastermind and he hates paying players, bro. That's one thing. That's the one thing that's bad about Belichick. He will not open up that paycheck for nothing. That checkbook, as you say, in player personnel, he hates paying players. I mean, Brady was never the top paid player on his team ever. I think it was. He's like Dwayne Wade. never got a check. Never got a check that mattered.
Rings, bro. Like, he's never been that. Even now, they talking about restructuring his deal, extending him for less money so he could bring players back. And he got 7 rings.
The only reason why Brady left is because he wasn't appreciated by Bill Belichick.
You're right.
He wanted, the one time that Brady wanted to be appreciated, Bill Belichick didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, I'm out.
Yep.
I mean, hey, with that being said, Frank, and this is I'm gonna target you right now. With that being said, with what Duol said, Bill doesn't like opening his wallet.
No.
But it shows that you don't have to open your wallet to win.
You're right.
Do you believe in that mentality versus a Bruce Arians, so to speak, right? Hey, I let my quarterback coach.
So here
we're going to pay that man.
I'm going to go back to Danny Amendola, what he said. The Patriot way was Tom Brady. You can sit there and say, come to New England and take less. And people like Randy Moss are going to buy into what you're selling because you have a quarterback that's done it. If you listen to all the Bucs players talk, they all say, even Arians said it, I can tell a player, put your hands up more and he won't listen. Brady comes up and say, hey, you might want to put your hands up more. That's a good idea, Tom. I like it. Put the hands up. Why? Because now he has 7 rings. This is a man that's been 10 times to the Super Bowl. They're going to listen. I think with Belichick, he proved that the system works. But you have to have the right players in the system for it to work. I've always said, when people start talking about who was more important, Brady or Belichick, I stop it right then and there. I'm reading the book on the Patriots. My wife got it for me. I can't think of the title right now. The Dynasty. And it talks about how Kraft went after the wind, how Kraft came up from nothing, being poor Jewish white man in Massachusetts to a millionaire to buy the team, how he did it strategically. When you talk about Patriots dynasty, you have to talk about how the owner played his position, how the coach did his job, and that quarterback followed and led on the field. All 3 go together. You're not going to have one without the other. And that's what people don't talk about. In an organization, it takes the owners to do their job, the coaching staff and the players. The Giants, when Tom Coughlin came to the Giants, Tiki Barber being like a little crybaby, I'm getting fined, Jeremy Shockey, I'm getting fined. But what happened? He changed the atmosphere. You show up a minute late, you're not playing. You don't want to practice, you're not playing. You're getting fined. And what did they do? They stopped the greatest offense at that time in the Super Bowl and held Tom Brady and that high-flying offense to 14 points. That was Tom Coughlin. Then not only that, then he did it in 2007, but came back in 2011 to 2012 Super Bowl and did it again. What happened? But what happened? Oh, they sit there and they don't get the defense going. They don't invest the money into the team, and he leaves. So I think that Belichick proved it works, but it also meant the players you have in there. Real quick, Nikki, what's up? Are you gonna put your camera on, girl, or are you gonna just leave it where it says Nikki?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you, girl, but I can't see you.
Okay, wait, hold on, slow down, because I'm driving. Hold on. I'm driving. Shush. I got this. Hold on. How you see how I don't know how to turn it on.
Well, listen. So I know you wanted to talk about the whole engagement thing. We kind of moved on the tape, but we were waiting for you to come in. So, what is it that you wanted to share with the crowd?
About Cam?
Yeah.
About Cam Newton, that one? All right, so I'm going to tell you how I feel because I watched it a few times. Because I was like, all right, Nikki, don't get in your feelings. Watch it. I think what he did was perfectly okay. And I'm going to tell you why. He's human. He's just like everybody else. Hey, boo! Sorry. He's human. I'm sorry. He's human, just like everyone else. If I was out there and he said something like that, I would have to say a few words, and then I would have to catch myself like, okay, Nikki, you're grown up, address the mom. Half of these kids, to include my son, be smelling themselves, and they feel like they could say anything because they just can. And sometimes you need to let them know, like, okay, son, okay, girl, this is not what we do. And then you have to kind of, get your mind right, be like, all right, that's just a kid. I think like the other gentleman said, I don't know who said it, that I think once he realized, okay, this is just a kid, let me talk to your dad, because then 2 grown men can talk, however that goes, right? Then we can handle it that way. And then somebody said it's his camp. Now, personally, I don't think he should kick him out the camp, because I think that's another level of pettiness. You know what I'm saying? So I think the way he handled it was perfect. Then somebody said something about him talking about he shouldn't retire, right? Didn't y'all say something about that?
Yeah.
He in the interview with Brandon Marshall's podcast with Fred Taylor and somebody else, I'm an athlete, he said that he's better than 32 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Okay, so I don't know if he's better than however, I don't think he's ready to retire. Ben don't want to retire. Reed still hasn't announced that he's about to go, and he needs to go. You get what I'm saying? So there's other people that it's their time. We let's clap hands for Rivers to finally say, you know what, let me just hang the cleat. But there's a lot of other people that need to go that haven't said they're going. So yeah, I don't think that he should. Now I do think, he ain't producing like he used to. You know what I mean? But no, I think it's not. I don't know about 32, but I don't think it's his time yet. I think some others need to go before he even decides to. Hang it up.
Now, Nikki, your team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think you're
Don't
going
be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful, okay?
to be Trevor Lawrence or what?
And so,
The teal.
somebody said something about my team?
No. We want to hear what you got to say, girl.
About Trevor. So I think that's our best bet. I don't care what anybody say. I still love Minshew. I love Blake. I didn't think Blake was our issue. You know what I mean? I thought we had a lot of other issues than Blake. But I think Trevor would do fine. I think we need to focus on our O-line, which I told you that when we talked before. Myers don't think our O-line is that bad, but I do. Yeah, he said it. He said it when he watched Trevor doing that little thingy, and he was like, I don't think our O-line is the bust. No, it is. It is. It don't matter what quarterback you got back there if your O-line can't protect them. Shut the hell up. Sorry, somebody blew their horn at me. I don't care. I'll leave when I want to. So, yeah, I think Trevor is our best bet. Yeah, that's it.
Well, okay. All right. Thanks. Is that what you wanted to say? You good now, or you gonna hang out?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably hang out just for a little bit.
All right. Cool. So, what's the next thing, Bree? What else we got?
So it wasn't. Oh, we have June's segment.
His new segment. That's right.
Yep, he's the
New
king
segment.
of creating new segments.
And I love it. Go ahead, June. Take it away, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Years old. June looks like he's 21, but he's not. Just throw that out. Okay, go ahead.
I'm about to retire next year. But nah, man. The segment is the challenge flag, right? So the challenge flag segment is we're gonna throw our opinion out there, and if it's a challenge flag, it's you want to challenge it. You don't agree, right? But if you do agree, then hey, it's a touchdown. But hey, my challenge flag segment just to you guys is so Wentz is coming over to the Colts, right? Number 11. I believe Pittman is the receiver in the Colts.
Mhm.
Number 11. I'm committed to number 11. Wentz is not taking my number because I'm not giving it up. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. I agree 100%. Is that a touchdown? Is that
a touchdown? Hey, that's a touchdown. I agree as well.
I'm gonna tell you why. First off, Wentz ain't Brady. Wentz ain't Big Ben. Wentz isn't Drew Brees. He's not Aaron Rodgers. And I'm saying these names because these are the people that have Super Bowl rings in the last 20 years. Okay, Peyton's retired.
Wait. Wentz has a ring.
Yes,
he does.
Yes,
But he
pretty
hasn't. He didn't play for the ring.
I agree. That wasn't the discussion. The discussion
that's
was,
true.
does he have a ring? He has a ring.
You know what, Your Honor?
So what you're saying is that you felt like Brady was able to take number 12 away from Chris Godwin because he's Brady.
Well, Brady was actually going to get number 7. He said he'll go.
Yeah, Godwin gave it up. Yeah.
Godwin said, "Y'all,
Okay.
you Tom terrific. Here you go, baby." You know what I'm saying, baby.
Uh-huh.
So that's I don't
I don't
think.
know why everyone treats him like a king. He's just Tom Brady.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
He's just a person who puts
So
on
let me-
things
so
just
for
like
Frankie,
you.
Frankie, show them your Tom Brady underwear. You know you got that.
You're gonna go dig it out.
No, you
they're
don't.
Crying. They're crying on the.
It's right here.
machine.
It's right here. Hey, listen, y'all can say what y'all want.
Hey, do you sleep in that ever?
Yo, I make love in this, bro. You tell you, hey,
And you know what? And you know what, Frankie? I can see you. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT.
My version is take this.
with that joint on, you're gonna get me cursing, bro. Stop it. So here's what I would say, man. What up? Hey, come get me some water. So here's the deal. I think what Brady was even Godwin said it, gang, was he out of respect. Here you go. You coming? I think Shannon Sharp, big lip Shannon Sharp said he should have paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I think Brady would have paid for it, but I think Brady would have begun with number 7. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the win situation, you're right, Dwell. He has a ring. And I've said it. If anybody listens to my podcast, I've said it plenty of times. Yes, Foles was the quarterback under center when they won the Super Bowl. But it wasn't for Carson Wentz's job that he did up until he got injured. Get him, I think, 11-3, 11-2.
He was having MVP year. He was having MVP year.
Yes.
Oh,
he solidified that number 1 seed for them.
Yeah.
They would never been in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They never would. All Foles had that defense took care of Foles in some games. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't give him my number. I wouldn't. If you want it, you're gonna have to pay for it, brother. You know what I'm saying? You got way more money than me, bro. You got way more money than me. So, you know, pay me. Take
You
it.
think Pittman would have gave it to Brady? Is that what you're saying?
Say what now?
Pittman would have gave it Brady?
Yes, he would have. Yes, he would. Listen, that was a
He would've.
I guess it depends on the person. I guess you can say it just depends on the person who was originally wearing that number. Because if I was on a team, and I don't care if it was Tom Brady, I don't care who it was, unless your name is fucking Jay-Z. But other than that, I don't care who. If Tom Brady came up to me and was like, "Hey, Bree, let me get number 12," I'm like, no.
You're also a Pittsburgh fan, and there's many times that you're at home crying because the Patriots beat the Steelers. So you can't bring that up. You're biased. You know what I'm saying? The only
No, but it could be anybody. It could be
See,
anybody. If Big
I love the
Ben,
Patriots.
and
I
you
love
know,
the
I love
Patriots.
me some Big Ben. If Big Ben traded to my team, and let's say I was already number 7, right? And he's like, "Hey, Bree, you know, that's my number, like my legacy number. Like I did so much in Pittsburgh with that number." I would have been like, "Oh, congratulations! Well, this isn't Pittsburgh. It's my number. You're on my team."
So, question: would you give Stephon Diggs that number?
Yes.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay, so yeah.
Hey, not to
This
mention-
is my final part of the podcast. This is where I step out. Like Stephon Diggs. What did I step
I would
into?
be like, if Stephon Diggs wanted my number, I would have been like, I need a wedding ring, 3 children, a house, and like 1 million dates for you to get this number.
You want to know something that you got over the rest of them girls that Stephon Diggs is looking at? You want to know what it is? You have built bombs and dropped them on the enemy, bro. You're a vet, yo. You've done it. You know what I'm saying? You've done it. So, hey.
Thank you.
Then people, I don't know who's logging in right now. I sent it. This must be somebody new. I don't know.
It's probably my friend Ryan.
Yeah, it is your friend Ryan. What take the, so you got any more flags you want to throw, June?
Hold on, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Who this?
Okay, hold on. I want to say something based off of what she said. So it just sounds like if you have a level of respect for the player, you will give up your number. Because if you do it for Stephon Diggs, you would do it for anybody else that you respect. Correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
right.
not to mention,
See, me, I'm not giving up my number, period.
Hey, not to mention, Pittman was a rookie. Does that change anything?
Nah,
Nope.
No, man.
Wentz is garbage.
Wentz,
so I'm going to give shit up to him.
right now has to prove himself. Wentz has to reprove himself.
Yeah.
To come to that team now. They went to the playoffs with my man Philip Rivas. Not but Rivas. So they went to the playoffs with Rivers, my man. And you see, let me tell you, you really want to talk about with something. Y'all got me feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. It's so disrespectful to Jacoby Brissett, who's sitting there, who beat the Texans with the Patriots, and you got him sitting there like, oh, he got a ring. He got a ring that contributed. Who's chiming in? You know what I'm saying? Oh, is you okay? It contributed. He contributed to that Super Bowl win. While Brady was, you know what I'm saying? He stepped up and won some games. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that? Nah, bro. Listen, Wentz.
Right.
No disrespect, June. I know Dwell's about to put his mouth. He's a Giants fan.
I'm about to head out. So yeah, I love the Patriots, by the way. I love the Patriots. Give me some Patriots in the Super Bowl and the Giants.
Because right now you're 2-0 against them. That's why you're saying.
Listen, on that list when they show all the Brady's championships, I was like, oh, where did you? Oh, yeah, he didn't beat us. Anyway, with that said, because I have to head out. I have to head out. Tom Brady is the GOAT, so I'll say that. Regardless of what anybody says, he's probably the greatest champion we'll ever see in our lifetime.
Oh, champion is a strong word.
But I'll say this: I'm gonna jump on Nikki said. It's about respect, and I'm gonna give you guys a shout out that served in the military. If I'm sitting down on a bus, crowded bus, and I see a man in uniform, woman in uniform. It could be a dog in uniform because they serve as well. I'm gonna give up my seat. I could have a broken ankle. I could have a bad shoulder. I could have the worst day of my life. And I just want to sit down and I'm going to give up my seat. The same way most of us, if we had a Tom Brady in our life in the sense of a sporting event, what he has given to the game, what he has given out. Think of the people that you have served with, that you would give your own uniform with your name tag on it to that person because you know they gave their all.
Yeah.
I think that's what the NFL, in the sense of a brotherhood, what Godwin did was say, you've earned me to take this number off my back and put it on yours.
Mhm.
So it's and we'll go back to exactly how we're raised and how we think about things and how we see things. Out of respect, we'll give the shirts off our back to our parents. Why? It's the same as giving up your number. Because of the fact of the respect. Nikki, you hit the nail on the head. You actually opened my eyes to something today. And in the sense of regardless, it's about giving some respect back. And what we give of ourselves to someone that we respect, we would probably give the world. And on that note, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your service. Hopefully I'll get invited to the next podcast. And you guys have a good night.
Yo, Dwell, before you go, bro, I love you, man. Give your dad a kiss for me, please. Tell him, that I respect what he did. And I think when it goes back to being proud over something, you have a dad that you should be proud of, bro. No matter what, that right there it is. And I know the time is ticking, but it is what it is, bro. Love you. Love your dad. I love your fam. And we family, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you. I love you guys. You'll make me fucking cry before I head out of the damn podcast. I'm never coming to a podcast again.
No, you're gonna come.
You'll make me cry on a podcast. What's wrong with you?
We're gonna cry together. We both from 104.54, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cry together. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I respect to all you guys, and just to have a conversation and be in the same room with you guys is an honor. Thank you so much.
Hey, good to meet you, brother. Blessings.
Thank you.
So Rion and I got my cousin G.
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Ryan, hey, bro. Don't smoke.
He was on the Bush 24
that Nikki Williams?
What?
Yeah.
He was,
That's not Williams. That's Nikki Akinyemi. That's my girl from Cola. You don't know her, G.
Oh,
Ryan, what's up, brother? Where you from? Where you hailing from? Where you coming from?
I'm
What
from
up,
LA,
Ryan?
but I'm tapping in from Jacksonville. What's the deal? How y'all doing?
Yo, G, if you turn your camera on, they can see your face.
nah,
It's
I'm
not
just
on?
dark where I'm at.
Bro,
no,
me.
not you,
No.
Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan, what's good, bro? How you been?
Gerardo
solid,
Frank
bro.
doesn't
Solid,
want to have
bro.
his camera on.
I gotta
Grinding.
go one at a time, y'all.
Frank.
What's up?
He was the only black air crew on the deployment.
Nah, there was two.
I don't know if you remember him.
Oh no, there was two. There
was one in each squadron.
Yep.
Oh.
Let me tell you something, bro. I don't remember, but if you was on that 14 deployment, hey, I'm good to see you again, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that 14 deployment is unmatched. I don't care what nobody say. That was a hell of a deployment.
I had some good times. So what we gonna do? We've been on for over an hour now. G, what you get on man late at the end of it? Like you come to the party when people put balloons on, like yo, we out.
No, when it's time, I'll come to the party when it's time to get the leftovers.
All right, so
The
look,
leftovers are there and shit.
hey, me, Yoshi, what's up, mama? Come on, time. So what take we got left, Bree? We did the
Well, before we discuss Big Ben Ryan, is there anything that you want to discuss?
Yeah, I got a
NFL
question.
one.
How do y'all feel about the disrespect for Cam Newton from that kid?
Oh, we already talked about that.
I'm gonna tell you, this, I'm a person. I believe in Michelle Obama's quote: "When they go low, we go high."
She wasn't talking about that.
Nikki comes from an African background. She believes that when you go low, I'm a.
Bitch, I'm
You
coming
gonna
down
stomp
there
that motherfucker out?
I'm coming
Man,
down
I
there
don't know
with-
that was outlandish. I think, but I think Cam handled it pretty well.
I think
I
he
sure did.
I think he did. Now that little kid's dad should have took him to the corner and said, "Yo,
What do you got going on, bro?
I can't fight this dude right now. You need to relax." You know what I'm saying? son, I'm chopping her neck and I'm hitting with the nori.
Right.
No, you gotta relax, dollar.
I would have been like,
Bruh,
I
he's
can't fight
6'6",
this dude, but I can
250,
whoop
like,
your
bruh.
ass.
Oh no,
Right.
that's not why I would fight him if he was disrespectful to my kid. He's not Mike.
yeah.
Tyson. He's Cam Newton. He wears funny hats to press conferences.
But he's rich. He could do that.
You're right. He is rich, and
Like he told that little boy.
so we can do that. However,
Remember, you in his camp. You in his camp.
That exactly.
you
I
guys-
think the part that really stood out to me was the
You
fact
gotta
that he asked, when he asked, "Where's your dad at? Where's your father at?" I absolutely love that. He wasn't trying to argue with the kid. Like, he was like, "Man, where's your dad at? Where's your father at?"
well,
So we can talk. So we can talk to each other. Like, bro, what's the deal?
Yo,
And I thought
and
that was
then
really respectful.
Ryan, not even that. After the camp and after the tournaments, 7-on-7s, he asked the young man, "Hey, what you do today?" He goes, "You see it."
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't
hold
like
on.
that.
Real nasty.
Yeah,
And-
like somebody said if it was Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan would kick the kid out the camp.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
either
Or
that,
he
or he would have
would've
said,
lace
lace
him
him up and let's get on this
Yeah,
field.
let's
Let me see what
go.
you got.
and you know what? I would respect that because at that point in time, you know how you seen them commercials, them edits, and this is the point where he realized he messed up. At that,
is a real point where he realized he fucked
let's
up.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying not to curse, G, because Chris Morrison said I can't curse because I have an influence, so I'm trying not to curse. At that
Oh, Chris said that. He didn't say that about me,
I'm
though.
sorry.
I didn't say that about you. So he needs to I think at that time, if you were like, all right, Lou, lace up, let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Do it it's either shut up or put up, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Cam, I think
is in a lose-lose
under a lot of-
situation.
yes, he's under a lot of scrutiny. He's always been under a lot of scrutiny.
Always.
You know, when he
I'll be right back.
Super Bowl, people criticize him for his press conferences and stuff. And you know,
Did they say he quit on his team because he didn't go after a fumble or something?
yeah, they did say he quit because he didn't drop on the fumble. I even said that. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna say it. I didn't say
I don't know. After seeing Phillip Rivers jump on a fumble and have his arm stuck up here because he tore his rotator cuff, I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have second guessed it too. Like, bro,
yeah, you're not winning. You wasn't winning the Super Bowl anyways. I mean, it's a losing cause. But
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Cam. I'm different. I'm different. I don't engage with peasants. It doesn't make sense.
I think he tried to turn it into a teaching moment. I genuinely think he tried to turn it into a teaching moment.
See, Nikki's African roots kicked in, and she was like, she would pop him in the throat and throw him in the cornfield and say, "You got to get working." That's
ask for forgiveness after, because you couldn't come and talk to me like that.
Not at all.
And I think it was gonna be all right. But again, I said Cam did well at the end. Tell your father come see me.
See your friend now. That
we can do whatever. We can talk. However,
Definitely.
But yeah, no, I think he had to check the kid, and he did mild because I would have had cuss words and
remember,
when I
think
go out
of
with
how he
my
would have been. Imagine how he would have been criticized if he would have been cussing that kid out, and then what did you do? You ain't doing nothing. Your team is losing. What would you do?
Hey,
would have been
banned from NFL. He'd be done. He'd be like Josh Gordon. Not happening. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. Well, Bree, what's up? What else you got for us, Bree? Let's go.
Okay, hold on, because I'm on my phone right now because I have the challenge on my iPad. But Art Rooney came out with a statement today about Ben Roethlisberger, and I am going to read it. It says, Ben Roethlisberger and I met yesterday morning, and we had a productive meeting. We were able to discuss a lot of things that related to where we are and where we want to go. Ben assured me that he is committed to coming back to help us win, and I told Ben that we would like to have him back to help us win a championship. We both understand that the next step is to work out Ben's contract situation. So it looks like Ben Roethlisberger is coming back. Do you think that he will bring us a Super Bowl championship?
No.
It's
time for Ben to go.
Nah, I think if they get a running game, and if they could turn him into a game manager and rely on the defense in the run game, they have a shot to make the playoffs and go far in the playoffs. But if you have him throwing the ball 45, 48, 50 times on that arm and that surgery, you're not protecting him. The organization needs to protect him so they could go further and develop Dwayne Haskins if they want to keep him. Because if you put Dwayne Haskins in right now, what's that going to do with the tape that's on him? You know what I'm saying? So you go with what you got, who got you 12-4 with the jacked up schedule that they faced throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit more consistency. Hold on, Nick. They had a bye in week what, 2? Week 3?
Week 3, but it was like a 4-day bye.
Exactly. And then it was another.
Then they had the Ravens game, both Ravens games rescheduled twice. Well, the last one 3 times. So they really didn't have a bye. And even though we did go 11-0,
Bree, you sound real distant right now. It's not coming clear.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay, so yeah, we had a bye week 3, but it was like a 4-day bye because that's when that team like all tested positive like 2 days before we were supposed to play. And then we had the Ravens game, the first one delayed a week, and then the second one delayed 3 times. So it was like they never really got a bye. And yeah, they accomplished going 11-0 and then everything messing up. I feel like that inconsistent schedule that they had really like played a big part on it. Just my opinion. Who's laughing? Ryan,
I'm getting motion sickness looking at her shaking her hand back and forth.
Ryan walked out. Nikki got anxiety. I'm about to blow up. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Bree,
Hold on.
stuck in the name, Bree. You one of 3 hosts. Let's go. Don't let them stop you. Talk.
Baby, talk. Keep talking. Go ahead, Lo.
So, but
she's with the go ahead.
looking at everything, and I did do some like deep thinking. I do not think that he should come back. And if anything, we should do any and everything in our power to get Deshaun Watson.
Would you take that? Would you take that Prescott?
Yes.
I was about to say.
Yes, I would.
The main.
I would forever love Ben. I will forever defend him like I get paid for it. But after some deep thoughts, I do think like it's time for him to go, and that like makes me emotional saying that because
why was it so deep? That shouldn't have been a deep thought. It should have came right off. You got to go.
No.
Well, for me, it's because like of how much like I am of a Steelers fan and a Big Ben fan. Like I'm a huge Big Ben fan, Nikki. I know you're rolling your eyes, but I have like super duper loyalty like to my players. So just like how Frank is with what's his name? Tom Brady, that guy. That's how I am with Big Ben. But I do think it's time for him to go.
I don't. If they had somebody in waiting, I would agree. But there's nothing that they got. You know what I'm saying? Like who's going to be their quarterback?
It don't matter. They don't got one there.
I'm a believer in Jameis Winston. If they would have had Jameis Winston, I would have been like, "Hey, Big Ben got to get up out of there."
That's another good one. That's another.
You know what I'm saying?
So here's what I say. And then June and Ryan can go. I will say this. The Steelers have never been in a rebuild mode. They've been consistent. Steelers have a history of sticking with what they know. How many coaches have they had since the franchise started? I think it's been like 4 coaches.
Three head coaches.
I'm not even that far. It's not my team. I know it's 3.
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin.
Exactly. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. So they never went into a rebuild mode. In my opinion, this is just me. Y'all can boo me after, but please let me finish. Bring Ben back. Let what my man Haskins grow. Let him view and watch.
Let him develop under a great a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Exactly, because let's not forget that out of the active players playing right now, quarterbacks that are playing, Ben is the only one with 2 rings, with 3 Super Bowl appearances. I'm gonna let y'all think that.
Tom Brady has a.
Yeah, I'm about to say Tom Brady.
And we're not gonna. We I don't bring Tom Brady up because he's got a ring in 3 different decades. I'm just saying that Brady himself is at the top. The next person, the next quarterback, active with 2 Super Bowl rings is Ben Roethlisberger. So, out of respect for Big Ben and what he's done,
And playoffs every single year.
yes, bring him back. Let I don't even know to do Haskins develop under him.
Yes, exactly. Let him be his mentor.
Take over. You know what I'm saying?
He need a different mentor.
Well, the Steelers have.
Thank you. Thank you.
Big Ben need another.
Another
Fargus. Fargus. Aren't you a Jets fan? Nikki, aren't you a Jags fan? When y'all,
Yes,
when
honey.
No.
when y'all
Hold
reach the
on.
Super Bowl
I'm
in the
not talking about
playoffs,
on the
y'all can
field.
have an
I'm not
opinion.
talking about on the field. I'm talking about off the field.
Okay. When
I'm
your
talking about off the
teams-
field. Off the field.
When your teams make it to the wild card round, then you can say something.
No, I'm
this
talking
Cowboy
about
fan gonna be quiet. I
Big
guess.
Ben isn't a good role model
Yeah,
at the end of, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like at the leaving the stadium. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But on the field, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Big Ben can
And
do
I don't want no smoke, Nikki, because you want to take my head off.
No, of course not. Nah,
Jaguars got
I don't
cheated
know
back
why
in 2017.
What happened? Huh? See,
I said the
I gotta be able to
said the
see your
Jaguars got
eyes
cheated.
before you talk about my
Yeah,
team.
I said the Jaguars got cheated in 2017.
Thank you. We so did. We did get. Who said it?
I said
So I
that.
can high-five you.
Talking about.
Yeah, they got cheated. They got hold.
No.
We did. I just want you to know that that round, that was our. We played. No, we didn't let Pittsburgh get there. We beat them twice that year.
Y'all beat Pittsburgh, right? But then once I came to New England, it was over. It was a wrap. Stephon Gilmore down the.
That's the game I'm talking about. The game when it was a fumble and they picked it up.
It was right. Mount Jack had the ball now.
Come on, stop hating. And we might have lost that year in the Super Bowl, but we won that. We won the next year. So come on now. And what did y'all make the playoffs next year? I'll wait.
Come sit your ass. I mean, come sit back down.
Hey, he dropped the mic on
in an
you.
election to have a conversation with us, Frankie.
Wow.
You said about Frankie having a conversation?
Yeah.
Off topic,
Gotta be able to
very,
vote.
very off topic. This is just off topic. Frank. Fargus had the audacity to tell me, hey, what are you up for orders? Because I want you to work for me at G1.
He was standing right there.
Oh, I didn't know if he heard it.
Yeah, he was on my phone.
Yeah, he had to be the phone.
So, all right, look, bro. What else we got to talk about? What we got?
That's it. Does anyone have any last
y'all only
minute
doing
NFL?
football? We're not gonna talk about no boxing, no basketball.
What about Dak Prescott and his contract? What y'all think about Dak Prescott and his contract?
I think what messed Dak Prescott up is getting hurt at the end of the season.
Yeah, but they was shitting on him before that.
Yeah, they were shitting on him before that because he should have had this deal done a couple years ago. They went all the way through his contract, then franchise tagged him. Then he got hurt.
Dak Prescott? What Dak Prescott is to the Cowboys, Russell Wilson is to the Seahawks.
Don't say
that because I'm a Cowboy fan and Dak Prescott hasn't brought me a Super Bowl. So
hold on. Listen, hold on. This is what I'm saying. They would when Russell Wilson got drafted, he wasn't expected to be the starting quarterback. They signed Matt Flynn from Green Bay to that deal.
I remember that.
And then Russell Wilson went in there and took the job. Dak Prescott, Tony Romo was hurt. He went in there, took the job, but he didn't give it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Dak Prescott playing on the franchise tag business-wise is smart for him because he's going to make more money doing that than getting the guaranteed contract, the 120.
I think the guaranteed contract gives him longevity where you don't have to worry about it on that franchise tag. You got to worry about getting hurt. You're not going to be playing 100% because what if I blow my shoulder out?
Here's the deal: in football, there's no guaranteed contract.
No. But there's guaranteed money.
There's guaranteed.
Right.
There's no guarantee. Like Mahomes guaranteed 170, 160 mil out of that $500 million contract.
Yeah.
I'm saying is for that, and I agree with my cousin, is this. Take the franchise tag this year, come back, show that you still got it. Then next year, break the bank on another team.
No, the next they 2 more times. They can tag him this year and next year. He's going to
I hope not playing with the Cowboys.
I said I think he's overrated, and the Cowboys are looking for a cheaper option.
Overrated.
Oh.
Hey,
see,
look,
it's not like they're
Eagles
telling.
fan.
They're
I'm
not
an
saying
Eagles
like,
fan.
oh, he. Oh, damn.
What's up?
Hey, so I'm an Eagles fan, man, and we ain't gonna talk about the last time the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But hey, I think
Make something for you.
Dak was killing it. I really don't think he is overrated. I mean, he got hurt, and still like 3 games later, he was still leading the NFL in most stats.
Factual.
I think Dak is a freaking beast, to be honest.
I think if you look at it just quarterback wise, Dak is a hell of a quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's a team sport. The defense isn't holding up their end. The running back is getting fat. I mean, the receivers are doing what they got to do, but the line wasn't holding stuff the way they were supposed to. So I mean, it just crumbled. So I mean, it's like when you got like the Buccaneers, they were firing on all cylinders.
Right.
Cowboys was firing on 2 out of 8. So it's like I'm not getting. You can only do so much with what you got around you.
So Ryan, what they should do, if you ask me, they need to trade Zeke.
Yeah, get his ass up out of there.
Yeah,
and they need to trade Zeke because they got
I love
the
Zeke,
talent
but
to be a top tier defense. Because the only difference between this year's defense, the season that just finished, and the previous year's defense was the coordinator. And the defense is the same talent, same place. You know what I'm saying? Retool. They lost Byron Jones.
I go back.
You know what I'm saying?
I go back to what I said earlier about organization. People think of organization as just simple players and coaches. The owner is a big part of it, and Jerry Jones doesn't know how to stay as the.
Speaking of
Jerry Jones likes to micromanage. He wants to coach. Exactly. He wants to be the GM. He wants to be the defensive coordinator. Nah, bro, just provide the money. Stay up there and just
Hey, he would move the chains if they allowed him.
Yeah, be the old guy like the guy with the money and let your GM do what he does. I like Dak. I do. I say Dak goes to any other team and he's good to go. I take him in the Patriots. I know the Eagles would take him if they had him, if they needed him.
If he went to the Eagles, I'd be hurt.
They should have traded him to the Dolphins last
year. But that porno stash that he got needs to sit down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Gardner Minshew.
That shit is glorious.
Wait a minute.
The Jets don't need him. The Jets is done. They haven't been relevant since Joe Namath.
That's not true. I remember us being relevant when we beat you in the postseason.
It's okay.
But you got a Jets fan? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Jets fan.
I didn't know they were playing. I didn't know they were still in the NFL.
I know you're not talking 1-15.
I didn't know they were still in the NFL.
All right. Anyway, so do we have anything we want to add?
Hold on. Here's one for the Jags fan. What do you think if the Jaguars go ahead and draft either Justin Fields or Zach Wilson over Trevor Lawrence? The Justin Fields connection, because Urban Meyer is going to run
and Tim
that
Tebow
offense. You know what I'm saying?
Tim Tebow gonna be down here.
You know what I'm saying? And he's going to run that offense. Justin Fields knows that offense. You know what I'm saying? And he's a more accurate passer. He's probably the best passing quarterback Ohio State has had in a long time.
It sounds great. We're gonna get Trevor.
Okay.
I think either
one.
I think the Jazz can benefit from either one. Genuinely benefit. You don't think so?
Zach Wilson,
Okay, I stand by what I say about this, right? I don't, me personally, right? I don't really care who our quarterback is. And I know that sounds bad. I said it when I first got on. Our O-line sucks. I think once we fix that line, if we have Blake Bortles back, we will be fine.
Ooh, Blake Bortles didn't play bad that season in 2017.
He didn't. He didn't. But everybody swore Blake was terrible.
Nah,
But I owe
Blake
myself.
Blake wasn't bad, yo.
No, he wasn't. Shit, he was better than Foles.
Hold on, and then not just people gotta realize too. Blake Bortles had what? 2 coaches, 3 coaches.
What
Hold on, you're talking about-
What you say, Frank?
You say he better than Foles. June's an Eagles fan. June, get it.
Okay, he better than Foles.
The best availability.
Leave
the
my,
best
my
abilities
backup Super Bowl
available.
winning quarterback alone.
Yeah,
Versus
Foles
that
is a
starting
solid
quarterback.
backup. He's a solid backup. I'll give him that.
Mariano Rivera.
I don't know who that is.
How dare you? How dare you? Mariano Rivera is like the man.
Hold on, time out. Hey, he came in there and closed it. He
He's
came
a
in and
closer,
closed
yeah.
it.
Fuck Foles don't. You see, you got me cursing, Chris. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Chris. How dare you, bro? Put Mariano Rivera and Nick Foles in the same sentence, G?
In the
You
postseason,
Fox, bro.
I'm saying what he did in his last 2 postseason appearances.
I just muted him. Listen.
Hey, man.
Nah, yo,
Hey.
unmute, bro. Unmute.
I did. Hey, Nick Foles, you know what I'm saying? He did a lot. That especially when they beat the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, excuse me, the Bears that postseason. That wasn't a good Eagles team.
Look. Nick Foles did what he had to do, and that team won a Super Bowl ring, their first one ever.
Yeah, he's right. I give you that. But he's a solid backup. That's all I said.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
he's a solid backup.
He's a good Mariano Rivera. He's a closer. John Wetland. Here you go. How about that, John Wetland?
Hey, I'm not gonna argue that Foles is a backup winning Super Bowl quarterback, 52
Super Bowl MVP.
that beat Tom Brady, right? And that was shots at
The one
Frank
time
Nicky
I
at the same
agree
time.
with June.
But I am gonna say that maybe Bortles was a starting backup quarterback that just didn't get the job done.
Where's Blake Bortles at now? I think I seen him at Food Lion.
Oh, you so disrespectful. Well, he ain't part of
Blake
He's
was,
somebody backup too. What team he on?
So I'm gonna say this. Listen, and I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again.
He on the Rams.
Foles didn't beat Brady. He beat that defense.
Participated in a clinical trial that
Not like-
He beat the team that Brady was on, so he beat Brady.
No, that you want to say that, Bree, because y'all never beat Brady.
We've never beat Brady.
No, Brady did not beat Mahomes. If we're gonna be honest, that Tampa Bay Bucks defense held Mahomes to field goals, and Brady just made sure he didn't turn the ball over.
Hey, I listened to
The
the
whole team beat Mahomes. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, he
It was
threw the 2
defensive
greatest
line.
incomplete passes in
It
the
was
world.
ever.
I want to run it back.
Ever.
Run it back. Run it back.
I want to run it back to when we recorded right after the Super Bowl, and Frank was like, "Tom Brady, terrific, beat Mahomes. Is now Mahomes' daddy." So
I
he
never
did
said
beat
he was his
Mahomes.
daddy. I did say that he beat him, but here's why I said that, because that's what the news is gonna say. I'm a firm believer that in football that doesn't exist. When Kyrie shook Steph Curry and stepped back,
Shake him, by the way. Shake him, by the way.
he crossed them up and he stepped back into the 3, and they won it. The NBA championship. The Cleveland won it off Kyrie's 3 on Steph Curry. You can say
And the referees también.
okay, listen, I'm not talking about the refs. I'm talking about the 2 players that were guarding each other. You can say that Kyrie beat Steph Curry in football.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
They don't play 1-on-1.
They were. Wasn't Curry guarding Kyrie when he took
No, he wasn't.
3?
He got
No, he wasn't.
Klay Thompson.
Oh my! Listen, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this.
Hold on. Klay Thompson was guarding.
It was not. It was
Curry.
Curry.
Klay Thompson was guarding Kyrie Irving. They ran a screen.
Yes,
to
but who
get
was on
Steph Curry
when he took the 3? Who was in front of him supposed to be blocking?
Steph Curry.
Exactly.
He did that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. It was Steph. Look, see?
No, I didn't look.
Yo, this is why I wanted you on the podcast.
I didn't say.
Did you see how he gets me?
Initially,
He gets my
he wasn't initially guarding him. They got him on the
I'm
matchup.
losing here because this is what he does to me. I love you, bro. Anyways, we're about to close it up because this is about to go on 2 hours. Ain't nobody listening to this podcast. They might forget these guys.
No. Hold on. Go back to the whole Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady shit that Bree brought up.
Go ahead, bro.
What was you saying there, Bree?
He said, Tom Brady, Tom Terrific, the man that beat Mahomes.
That's his daddy.
So check this out. Keyshawn Johnson said it best. And he goes, people get mad when you say this. Tom Brady's impact is felt more in the locker room at this stage of his career than on the field.
I agree with
that.
The
way that defense was playing, all they need Tom Brady to do is not turn the ball over.
Exactly.
And that's it.
100%.
And he goes, he could not throw a touchdown. He's just a super game manager. That's what Tom Brady is now on the field. There's been times Tom Brady hasn't been the best quarterback on the field.
You're right, but
he just had the better.
I don't disagree with you on that. Just like I feel that there was many a times that in the AFC they were the best team, but they wasn't the best team in the NFL.
Yeah,
the 2 losses to the Giants. That's the same thing. That's why I could compare it to LeBron in the East. LeBron in the East was the fucking man. He was the dude. And everybody thought when he go into the West, he was going to struggle. He won his first ring there. I get it on the West. He got it in the bubble. We're going to chalk it up to that. He won. But a lot of people like LeBron with a healthy NBA and
they would have lost.
They would have lost. Actually, it's not even fair to compare the NBA to the NFL because LeBron has lost first games. And in the NFL, it's one and done. So if you go off that, LeBron wouldn't even have the rings he has right now. My man got the heat. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have lost the first game.
Ryan, you at home. What you got the gun for?
He's about to go out. Tell him America doesn't stop for nobody.
Hey, no, me and my friends got a game. You know, have you seen the video where they put the gun? Hey, where your shit at? Where your shit at? Make sure you got your gun on you. We do that. It's like, make sure you got your gun on you.
I got to get my gun, bro. I got to get my arsenal.
Hey, I mean, hey, make sure you got it. As long as you got it near with it. It's just, we do it and it's 50 push-ups. You don't have your gun within arm's reach.
Huh? I ain't doing. I'm 41, bro. Ain't no 50.
Bro.
Ain't no 50 push-ups in here. I got.
No 50.
Anyways, look, man. Before I close it out, I'm gonna go around the room. Nikki, this is how we do it. So I'm gonna start with Bree. Bree, go ahead. Last remarks.
I want to say thank you to all the guests that came and joined Frank and June and I. We really appreciate it. We love hearing other people's inputs and opinions on different things. It's very fun when other people engage with us. So I really appreciate it. And also, guys, if you're listening, go follow Jacoby Conway's podcast at Locally Famous Podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
June.
Hey, it's always a blessing to be here, meet new fam. Hopefully we could keep engaging with stuff like this. Hey, I'm in Green Cove Springs. It ain't too far from Jacksonville. So we definitely got to link up and do the thing. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm in Barton Springs, bro. What's the deal? I'm not far at all.
Ryan,
I'm right up the street.
Ryan, your go, man. Last closing remarks.
Man, love. I just want to say just love. I love stuff like this, conversing and talking good stuff. Good conversation, man. This is engaging. I always learn something from something like this. Go Cowboys. Hopefully we can get a ring this year. I mean, hey, I gotta say it. I'm a supporter of my team. When you got your Patriots hat on, I gotta say something.
Hey,
before we do.
Hey, you're right. I give you that, bro, and I appreciate you. Nikki, what's your shirt say? First off, what does shirt say? I've been meaning to see. It said, thou shalt
not cometh for me.
I like it. Where did you buy that?
I got it done.
Oh my God. I think that's dope. I think that's dope. That is so.
That's far.
Anyway, Nikki, last remarks.
All right, y'all. Thanks for having me. I truly appreciate it. I think this is great. Just let's talk. We can't do a lot because of COVID. I am in the military, for who don't know. And I'm in Texas now. But
did you defrost yet?
Huh?
Did you thaw out yet? Because I know y'all was frozen.
Because it was hard. It was hard. Okay.
Yeah, I know ice is hard. Shit, I know.
We are good now. But yeah, thanks for having me. I learned a lot. I don't do basketball, so maybe I'll start listening and watching a little bit. But I appreciate y'all for having me. And Duval. Okay. If you want to say some Cowboys, Duval. And maybe next time when I come on, I'm gonna have my gear on so y'all can put some respect.
Man, I'm gonna be cowboyed out next time. I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna be cowboyed out. You hear me? Go throw a throwback on that ass. Look.
All right, y'all. Thanks.
Well,
love.
Again, thank you for coming on. We said we are going to stop, but we kept going. We're going to keep going. We're not going to stop. This is something that we do on our off time. We do this for the love, to get out there and give people something to talk about, and it gives us something to talk about. I want to thank everybody that came on. I want to take a time out to give my man Dwell a lot of support right now. You know, his father is on the precipice of death. And, you know, it's I'm trying to keep it in, man, because, you know, when you start talking about family members and what's going on, it hurts. But, you know, Billy, he said a 7th degree master in Taekwondo. He taught a lot of people in the South Bronx. He gave these kids an outlet to go and learn something. Always a man that taught self-discipline, taught respect, gave us something to talk about. When we were sitting in the neighborhood that was plagued by crack, cocaine, heroin, and all the other different things, he gave us an outlet to go and learn something different. And his days are numbered. So my love and prayers go out to Billy. I hope definitely you go to God and you go to heaven. Dwell, my brother, man, I love you. Junior, Christian, Dotto, Yanimi, I'm here. Thank you for listening to Frank's Unsolicited Podcast. Frank's Unsolicited Advice, NFL edition. I'm a little emotional. Thank you.
No, you good, family. All love, bro.